Good morning, Porch Chronicles. How y'all doing out there? So I had therapy on Wednesday, and at the end of therapy, my therapist always asks these certain amount of questions like, have you dealt with any depression or anxiety? And if it was, what was the number? And have you had any feelings of guilt or anything? Blah blah blah. Before she schedules my next session. And I answer those questions. So I had a question for her this week, and I was like, what is wrong with me? And she was like, what do you mean? I said, I am missing my sister-in-law, and I am acknowledging she's not here anymore. I said, but I'm not spiraling out like I used to. I'm so different now. And it's making me wonder, is something wrong with me? And she said, why do you feel like that? I said, because I've known this girl and loved this girl for so long. I've known her since she was 9 and loved her like forever. So why am I not grieving harder? And she was like, what do you mean grieving harder? I said, well, when her brother died, I didn't even want to be here anymore. I was living recklessly, drinking, smoking, drugs, careless. I was being real careless, and I didn't even care if I made it or not. It was so many nights I made it home from going out and being so drunk. I don't even know how I got home, but I made it home every night, and I would wake up in my vehicle behind the wheel. And she was like, so are you feeling a type of way because now you're not doing that? You're not being reckless? I said, yes. What does that mean? She said, that means you have done work. That means you have learned to accept that things are going to change and that you can't make anything happen. She said, no, that's a good thing that you're calm now. I said, yeah, I've never been calm when someone I passed away died, Even when I had 3 of my aunts pass away in the last few years. And I took that kind of really bad too, because I just really came to myself, and I got a little scared because my mom is their sister, blah blah blah. I got a little. I had to do a lot of therapy behind that, and I can admit that. And she was like, "No, you have done the work, and now you're able to process it better. So now you're definitely missing her, but you're doing it in the emotional, mature way." And I was like, "Wow, this is really calm." I'm appreciative for my therapy. I love you, Porch Chronicles.